welcome back to Live with Love. And today, what was coming through is us connecting in a different way. I normally take you through different breath work that connects you to the earth and the cosmos, and we're going to do that. But there was something else coming in about connecting you through different dimensions. You may or may not know, you are multi-dimensional beings. And the ascension process that we are all undergoing, whether known or unknown, takes our body through different frequencies. And these frequencies are ones known of, initially like as the third dimension, right? As the Matrix. And as the energies of Earth have been changing and shifting, and we've noticed this on the planet, we've noticed this through different displays of weather in different places. If you are a traveler like I am, you will have noticed that throughout the states in America, there are different climate changes happening. And I'm sure even if you're not here, you're experiencing them on the other side of the world, on the islands that you're on. It's being noticed that, hey, we didn't used to have this kind of weather, and what's going on. And some people like to blame it on different reasons as to how we're affecting the earth. And although we are affecting the earth in some ways that are not as useful for us to be here and the earth itself, some of these have to do with like energies that the earth is purging. The earth absorbs a lot of the density of the human, and part of the way that it is the earth itself, how she's able to alchemize, transmute, but she, just like us, occasionally needs to blow off some steam, right? And that's where we have the weather that pops up in the world, this odd weather. Hey there, Pac-Man. So this odd weather that we're experiencing is actually like a release of Gaia. Just as we blow off a little bit of steam sometimes, like we get frustrated or we have to release something from our lives, so does the earth itself. And so that's what was coming in this morning, is the frequency you're listening to is a 12D frequency. And I have no way of knowing if this is I'm just going to intend that it's a 12D frequency. That's what we're listening to, because that's what's been coming up. Even now, I came up on a 12:12 Colorado time, even though we meet here 11:11 Pacific time, right? Hello, everyone. Great to have you here. Hello, Italy. Where else are you guys from? Wonderful to have you here. So we're just talking about this morning. It came in to kind of walk you guys through some breath work that has to do with the 12th dimension. And because you are multi-dimensional beings, we kind of take you from that 3D, that lower density, to the 4th, to the 6th, to the 7th, 8th, 9th, all the way up to 12. We currently have 12 chakras activated in our body. If there are those of you that are still just working with the 7 within the body, it'll be good to look up things on the 12 chakras that are within the body, no longer like out here, but like within the field. Hello, everybody. Yes, this is really me. Those filters kind of freak me out. I've tried them. They're a little odd. So, Jesus, yes, Yeshua, he's an awesome guy, right? He brought forth a lot of stuff. Okay, we got Wyoming here. Hello, Wyoming. No, I do not smoke. Part of the thing of getting on this path is you end up giving up vices, addictions that you once had. It's just something that happens. Sometimes it's intentional, and other times, I had someone tell me recently, like, she just stopped drinking. Like, one day she was like, I just don't want this anymore. Like, I don't have a taste for it anymore. That's what happened with me and meat. All of a sudden, I didn't have a taste for it anymore. So what we're talking about is the dimensional fields. You are multidimensional, and it is coming forth up. As I was working with a certain community this morning called the Stargate Experience, and I'm going to show you what a Stargate looks like before we go into this breath meditation, because it might help you. Some of you might know of a vehicle, an energetic vehicle called the Merkaba, which is a right side up triangle and a upside down triangle, three-sided, that are intertwined together. This is another type of energetic portal. The Stargate was channeled to someone while they were on Maui. So we're also connecting with Lemurian energy as well. When we think about, okay, we're here, love, right? We're here, we're just physical, right? This is all that there is. And no, if you're here, you know that this isn't all that there is. Even if you don't know about quantum physics and multi-dimensions and the multiverses that you hear about in movies that actually exist, we are just not on one plane. We are just not on one timeline. We have many, many different timelines and planes. And part of what I feel this channel is about in bringing forth is not only connecting to you here, and when you connect, all of us as a group, all of our energies combined together, it's powerful. And it's not only powerful for you, the individual that's here, that decides to tap into their heart, get centered for this, at least this one time in the day that you might have, and breathe. But occasionally we've taken those energies that we've kind of revved up in our system, in our fields, and we've taken those energies and we've anchored them where we live, and we've spread them throughout the towns, the cities, the provinces, the country we're in, the continents, and all around the world. And this is kind of what it's about. It's the evolution in human consciousness. And to participate in the evolution in human consciousness is to not only bring yourself up to a higher energetic level and pay attention, be the observer, be the witness to how you decide to act and respond in life, and what that does to your energetic field and everybody else's. It's all a self-responsibility. But we're also sharing that energy. Every time you walk out the door, you are sharing your energy with the coffee barista, with the next person you hold the door for, even with the person that possibly gets irritated or mad at you in some way, or that flips you off in the middle of the traffic. You're sharing energy. Now, if that person that flips you off in traffic, if you look at that person and have a totally neutral response, if you can do that and just be totally like here instead of like elevated up here, which I will say you're actually down, further down in this area where your frequency drops because you're meeting their frequency of frustration. If you're able to stay in that neutral tone, and you will be, if you show up here at 11:11 Pacific time on a regular basis, or you have your own meditation practice, whoever it's with, it doesn't even have to be me on this channel, right? You find the channelers, the energetic people, the pathways that you want to take to be able to center yourself on a regular basis. And when you're able to do that, when you're able to have a person flip you off in traffic and just kind of like smile, like that person might be having a bad day, and it's totally neutral and you don't take it on to yourself, you are not only doing amazing things for your own nervous system, but you are doing amazing things as a ripple effect, an energetic ripple effect out into the world. That's how important you are. That's how much you matter. All of you that have a hard time with self-worth, that is how much you matter. Your frequency not only affects you, but all that lives on this planet. No pressure though, really, no pressure. But this is a space where we just kind of come here, we connect, we say hello, I answer a few questions, and then we kind of see what pops up in today. And actually now that so many of you are here, there was something I was doing right before I came on, which was the light language dance. And for many of you who are regulars here, hello Egypt, nice to see you. For many of you, you've seen some of that energetic dance. And today, Africa came in, the energy of Africa. So we're talking about working with our frequency, and we're talking about sending out that frequency. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually play the music of Africa, this particular music of Africa. This doesn't include all of Africa by any means at all, but this is what came up, and I was like, oh wow, I am connecting not only with the continent of Africa at this time while I prepare the space for all of you to arrive, but all the countries within Africa, all the countries that where things are not great, shall we say, where there's a lot of turmoil, possibly, where there's a lot of injustice happening, even servitude happening. What else comes up for Africa? I actually don't know a lot about many of the things that go on there. But what we're tuning into is the frequency and the intention of bringing this fun, because we're going to have a little fun. I don't know if you have space, move your body around, but we're going to make some space if you've got it. If you're not, if you're in a car, boogie in your car. Wherever you're at, you know, if you're at a workplace, get to the restroom and dance in the stall. I do that sometimes. Or if you're really brave, dance out and about. And if people walk in, the hell with them. The heaven with them, right? Just go ahead and move your body and dance. That's what we're going to do. We're going to tap into that frequency initially, because I think that's going to, I feel like it's going to tune our bodies up. Like you tune an instrument up, we are going to tune up to be able to go from that 3rd frequency to that 12th frequency. And this is not something you have to do, but it's a fun thing that I like to bring forth. So I will. Before I get started, and while you guys prepare a space to be able to move around, yes, I think there's some drums. I'm just going to take a quick look and see if there are any questions, anything I need to address before we continue. Thank you. Yes, I love my fairy lights. I would like to have more of them and like DC powered instead of AC powered. All right, guys. Here we go. So we're going to connect with the energies. If there was a question, repost it after the dance. We're going to dance a little bit. So here we go. This frequency, let me find it, is today's frequency of Africa. If I can get back there. Okay, here we go. What occurs in this frequency also, you will notice there are certain movements that I make. There are certain motions that I make, okay? Try and feel deeper into the motions. Not just the fact that, oh, she's dancing, if you just decide to sit there and watch me, because that's fine too. I often like to sit and watch other swing dancers swing with their partners and see if I can learn from them and learn about techniques. But right now, you're going to receive some codes, some light codes, some frequencies of Africa, and there's more for you should you choose and have the intention to receive in that way. But we're going to have a little fun with some music. Here we go. kind of feel into the beat. Notice with the beat, with the vocals, what that does for your body. Anything that might feel a little tight releases. If you're not a dancer, try tapping your foot, snapping your fingers, moving those shoulders. Just gonna loosen up a little bit here. There's a thing known as somatic dance. And depending on if the person collaborates with me for my website, who knows, maybe I'll learn how to offer somatic dance for you guys. It's very different from what I'm going to show you now. I'm going to turn up the music. I want you to breathe, feel Africa, the continent, the people, the countries. Feel your heart. Yes, there are a lot of places that are in need of love. Today, we're only centering on one space. Feel your body. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay.
Zizulazula nomoya wami. In your izikebhe ezingane zidlula kancane zishiye umfanekiso okuthule emanzini izandla zami zithinta amanzi afudumele izizwa ngilandela ukuphila.
Move your bodies.
Amagase okabanga ngithwala angiphakamisa njengoba umoya uhamba amanzi akhe akha indlela enene angiphatha njengengubo ethambile.
Every time you move, every movement gears up the energy, resets your nervous system, and brings balance back in. Okay. How you guys doing? So that is light language dance. And what that does, first you receive a frequency from yourself. When you move your body in this way, whichever way that is, whether you tap your foot, snap your fingers, or actually move around in some way. Not only is it exercise that is super healthy for you, but you are receiving so much from the frequency itself. In this case, the frequency of Africa, this tribal type music. You're receiving that frequency, the frequency of ancestors, the frequency of the land. And then when you go about your day, those people who are coming in contact with you are receiving that frequency. Have you ever come upon someone on the street or talked with and you're like, wow, they've got that something, like, wow, like I need some of that energy, like I want some of that in my life. That's what you're tapping into. You're tapping into that higher frequency, that higher state that they hold majority of the time. You know, we all have our times, we fluctuate, right? Even me. But that's what people are noticing. And it's available to everybody to have that type of frequency run through their bodies, to be like on a 24-hour basis. They talked about this today in one of my classes. The frequency that we're holding can be there 24 hours a day. And you're like, love, how do we do that? There are all these things that happen in our world that happen to us. And it just depends. Do you feel like it happens to you? Or do you feel like it happens for you? Are you at that stage where you're like, oh, I noticed that this thing that didn't work out well actually was a good thing, because now this happened. Now this opened the door for this other thing to come in. The doors opening are kind of a thing too. Right. Any questions? Where is your tribe, woman? So I am developing a tribe here on YouTube, and I will have a, there's a website coming together, and there will be different memberships there that will offer different things. And I believe I'll still be here live on YouTube on a regular basis. I don't know if it'll be every day, but once that starts, depending on how many people are there, that will be my chance and opportunity to be able to offer more than I can here on YouTube. All right. But yeah, there'll be different, different groups to join. I know a forum's important for you guys, especially you guys who love to chat. So I'm looking into that as well, that people can communicate with each other. All right, how did your bodies feel? How did your bodies feel? How does it feel now after listening to the music? Even if you didn't move with me, how did it feel to be still, feel the frequency of the music in your body. How did it feel? Some of you guys who actually moved a little bit, tapped a little bit, how did that feel? Okay. So you're really going to feel it with all your bodies. We use the word I a lot, like I this, I that, but really it's we. Every cell in your body is responding to the frequency. Hello, India. Yeah, balance is really important for sure, guys. All right, so now we're going to get a little quiet. We're going to breathe a little bit with each other because we have the frequency moving within our bodies. Even if you didn't move, you had the frequency in the background. And I'm going to put on some 12th dimensional music because what I'm going to help you guys do is move from the 3D, and we're always going to be here, we're right in form, but we're going to move from third dimension all the way up to 12th dimension frequency, and we're going to feel it within our bodies. And I'm not feeling this tone for some reason. Hold on just a minute. Something else wants to come in. Let me try this one. There we go. Some of you were talking about chakras. Here's a healing and a cleansing of your chakras. A cleansing of your auric space. Although I'll be honest, if you were moving around with me, you were cleansing your auric space. You're increasing your frequency just by the intentions you held or the movements, the frequency within your heart, amplified, expanding wider and wider and wider. So I just want you to, if you're in a place to, close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, and breathe. Take a deep breath in and hold at the top. And release. Releasing more than what you breathe in resets your nervous systems. Breathe in. Pause at the top. And release. Notice your body now. Notice the change in frequency. Breathe. Feel. Nothing to do. Allow any thoughts that come in to be like clouds, to just drift away. Drift away for another time. This time is for you. The self-care you provide yourselves on a daily basis is so important. The love that you bring to you is so important. This is your connection. Breathe in. And welcome home to you. Take another deep breath in and picture golden light 2 inches above your head. What does this golden light look like? Is it a disc? Is it an orb? Are they simply rays of electric light? This area, this I am consciousness, this super consciousness, always available to you, would like to get to know you better, would like to be more a part of your life through your breath. Breathe in and breathe in that golden light, seeing it expand into the space that surrounds you. A type of egg formation that you are within. A womb space. A place of regeneration. Breathe in and breathe out. Notice the energetic strands and threads weaving around you gently. A hug, a nurturing. These are a representation of the guidance that is always with you, of the presence, that God aspect, that universal love that is forever near you, with you, and within you, as you are an aspect of the oneness. What does that do for you within? What do you feel when we speak of the oneness? Inclusion, connection, unification, complete balance, a 0 point. Can you feel right now that you are a part of all that there is? The earth, the planetary systems, your sun, galaxies. Galaxies that you are a part of and shine within you. Feel your spaciousness, encompassing all that there is. And we now call for a 5th dimensional energy to surround us now. Feel into this stargate of which you are a part of. We call for a 5th dimensional field to surround us now. nothing to do. Breathe. We now call for an 8th dimensional field of energy to surround us now. Take a deep breath and feel. Feel the space of the 8th dimension. Is there something familiar about this space? A remembrance? Breathe in. And breathe out. We now call for a 9th dimensional energy to surround us. Feel the 9th dimension. Nothing to visualize, simply breathe. And release. We now call for a 10th dimensional energy to surround us now. Feel into this stargate of 10th dimensional energy. Although we are together, you are within your own field, your own stargate. Breathe. Who amongst you feel that this stargate is familiar to you? We now call for an 11th dimensional energy to surround us now. Where in your body do you feel the effects of the 11th dimension? Breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. We now call for a 12th dimensional stargate to surround us now. Feel the energy of the 12th dimension. Is this energy familiar? What do you notice within your body? Breathe in and breathe out. We are all connected within this 12th dimensional field. We now call for a connection to other stargates around the world. Breathe in and breathe out. Feel the connection. Feel the threads of energy like a web of energetic life branching out all across the globe. You are the anchor. You are the acupuncture point. Feel all around the world, all around the world you travel, even though your body is physically in its space. Your consciousness has the ability, your energy, to travel all around the world, transporting, sharing the divinity you are, the love that you hold. You are more than your human form. Your human form is merely a vehicle for this expansive energy that is always here within the heart. Breathe in and breathe out. Many have talked about the sacred heart, the portal that lies within you, the God particle that is activated here on earth. Throughout history, many masters teaching and guiding in different ways, bringing this divineness that you are into the remembrance of your human form. This is not just thought, the thought of spirituality, the thought of being spiritual, the thought of being religious. This goes beyond all. This is your space. Breathe. And connect. And know that you can connect here at any time. Be still. Lay the distractions to the side. Put your feet upon the earth. Breathe in the air. Listen to the trees rustle. Listen to the rivers speak their song. Hear the call of the land. The mother comes forth to ask for a connection. Feel the connection of the stars. Not just points of light. Down deep, there is a deeper truth that you know. Trust this truth. Listen, hear, practice. Breathe in. Breathe out. Notice the room around you. Notice the seat you are seated on or laying down on. Start to feel the space of the room around you. And when you open your eyes, you will be back in your human form. And breathe. And feel. Take a little scan of the space that you're in. It just helps anchor your energy back in your body. Because we just went all around the world. I bet you didn't think you were going to do that today, huh? Didn't think you were going to go to Africa? Didn't think you were going to connect with so many people? All of us introverts out there. Look at us connecting. All right. How did that feel, you guys? I'm going to go through the comments a little bit. Tell me what your experience was. Just really brief. Hello, Turkey. I'm so glad that you guys got to join me today. Nothing is ever planned. Hello, Spain. Hello, hello. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the information and the frequency. Hello, London. I was there once. I'd love to come back there. Never really got to see much. 2 days worth. All right. There's a lot of people here today. Wow. All right. I really hope to see more of you guys. A lot of the time you guys talk about my eyes. I thank you. My parents thank you. Oh yes, London is a lot like Pakistan. I noticed, okay, I've never been to Pakistan, but I noticed that there were a lot of people from in London when I was there. Hello, Germany. It feels like Nepal. Interesting. Okay. A lot of you are enjoying my voice. I was working on some recordings yesterday of a story, of me reading a story to all of you. And it sounds a little weird. I'm deciding not to judge the fact that that's what seems to be the guidance for me to bring forth to all of you on my website. So that will be happening. And I'm kind of curious. Maybe you guys can tell me. Because of the voice, does the voice need a visual for a book reading? There are books with codes, like codes, that come in, and some of these are childlike books, some of these are just short stories, some of these are initiatory type codes for certain books that have to do with like the Sophia code. Yeah, there's a lot of stories, so you just like the voice. Okay, so I guess if I decide to do those readings on video, you can do what I do, and that is just kind of shut off your phone and listen to the voice, not actually look at me. I did both versions where you're just looking at me now and I'm reading to you guys, and those won't be available on YouTube. Those will be strictly through the membership because it has to do with copyright and all these other things. So this will be strictly a personal reading for the members that decide to join me there. And then there'll be lives during the week that we can see each other, and I'm going to bring more forth for you guys, different tools. Okay, I'm not actually affiliated with any belief. Recently, I will say that I've been looking into the Gnostics. What you will find, this is what I will say, what you will find, and I know this back from when I was a Jehovah's Witness long ago, and the base that it gave me, I was grateful for the Bible base that I received at that time, even though I knew there was more information than what I was being shown. Every faith out there, every belief out there is not separate from another. It is all connected. In the studies that I've done, when they were bringing through, say, Vishnu, Yeshua, Jesus, was right there with us. And so was Mother Mary, also known as Mary Anna. Sometimes Anna, Jesus' grandmother. So we have teachings from the Essenes. We have teachings from the Gnostics. We have teachings from Hinduism and Buddhism, Christianity, probably even like Catholicism. Like, it's all interwoven. When we talk about the weaving and part of the web, the energetic web that we are, the love that is divine love has no criticisms between this and that when it comes to the heart. All is appropriate. Even the things that seem inappropriate, the shadowy aspects that we have on this plane of earth, right? It's all one. It's something I knew long ago when I was going door to door, asking people if they were reading their Bible, asking them to connect with Jesus at the time, right? I knew more at that time than many of the adults that were with me. And as those adults were going door to door, really hoping to like bring people over to like a side of a belief, through very pure intentions, but still like having a closed off view, I will say. There are many closed off views out there. And what I found is when you're connecting, you're always connecting to that highest, all that there is, the creator, that God particle, that all spark that you are, that we all are, we are always connecting. And even on this energetic path, there are people that I followed on YouTube that I'm like, oh, they're going a different direction now. Let me feel into where they're going and why exactly they're going there. And even there, I can see, and I'm like, well, even though they're going in a little different direction than I possibly am, I can still feel, I know that they are creating a heart connection amongst their people that are with them in their communities. On YouTube, on Instagram, we're all doing it in a different way. It's all a connection of the heart and that spark. All right. I love you all. Krishna's teaching is a lot like Christ. Yes, I was surprised to find that out. I knew nothing about Krishna. I still don't know a whole lot, but it is very interesting for me to learn. It has been for a long time. The moment I stepped out of religion and started to explore spirituality in general, like if I looked at what everybody believed, all the different terms, because there's so many different terms out there and they all mean the same thing. By the way, they all mean the same thing. There are many ascended masters, and those ascended masters that came at that time on earth were perfect for the region in which they were doing their spiritual work, right? They weren't all over the globe when they were teaching. Jesus wasn't all over the globe. He was in that specific area. Now his wisdom spread all around the world. So did Buddha's wisdom spread all around the world. So many. That's why I say it's all connected. It's not separate. Yes, I will say a lot of religions have unclean practices. It's very important, religions, beliefs, to pay attention to the purity of the message. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. No need to judge or criticize. Simply take what lights up your spark and connects you to the threads of all creation, and roll with that. Okay. Yeah. Be good to people, treat each other with kindness, right? Interesting. Jesus' missing years were in India. Yes, Jesus traveled to India, Egypt, England, him and his family. Interesting book, couple interesting books, but if you look up the Essenes, Jesus and the Essenes, Dolores Cannon. Sometimes I'll give you titles, pay attention. If it resonates, check out that book. Anna, Jesus' grandmother, another really great book. Yeah, those are the two I have so far. All right, guys, it was a pleasure connecting with you every day at 11:11 Pacific time, even though I'm here in Colorado. I like to keep it simple for you guys. Keep it simple, soul. So 11:11 Pacific time, we'll meet again. If I don't, I will post a message saying that it will be another day. But I'm glad we met up today. I had other things to do that I was going to make this shorter, but this is what came through, so this is where we are. Anything you received was perfect for what you needed in this moment. Again, if nothing resonates, just take what does. And hopefully there's time for you to connect within your heart on a regular basis, with me or with anybody else. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. And as always, I am, we are one. One voice, one heart, one breath, connected, unified. Enjoy the rest of your day. I love you.